So we have a lot of library books to get through. I have recently checked out an obnoxious amount of library books. Obnoxious. I also have a Kindle book from my library, and I have 2 audiobooks I need to finish. We are doing another reading challenge because your girl is on sabbatical. No, just kidding. Your girl got a new job, and so I asked to start later, and I have 2 weeks off of just pure bliss of doing nothing. Well, kinda, not really, but whatever. I recently did read 2 hours every day for a week, and I got through a pretty impressive amount of books, 4 books. We're gonna do that again, but we're gonna up it 1 hour. This is probably the only time I'll be able to do this until I retire. We're gonna read 3 hours every day for 1 week, starting today. I believe in me. Like, let's do this. So let's get through the stack, and then I might go over some more ground rules. I don't know. We have Under the Banner of Heaven, A Story of Violent Faith. So I'm reading this with my friend Rachel. We're doing like buddy reads. I need to actually read this before, I think I have 2 weeks to read this. So this is not a huge priority for me because the other books I have are like newer books and they are due sooner. So this might be like the 2nd or 3rd book I pick up. So we'll see though. And then I have When We Were Birds by Ayanna Lloyd Benwu. I am reading this for the Book of Sense, and I have no idea what this is about. Then we're reading Black Cake by Charman Wilkerson. I've heard so many good things about this. So many people have read this. I'm very excited. I'm also reading this for the Book of Sense, but I've also just wanted to read it, so I'm excited. I'm reading Shine Bright, A Very Personal History of Black Women in Pop by Danielle Smith. I'm reading for this for the stacks. I might also pick up A Mercy by Toni Morrison when I'm at the library today, just because that's also a book club pick for the stacks. And then there's Wahala by Nikki May. I'm also reading this for the Book of Sense. Then on my Kindle, I have The Maid by Nita Prose. I just thought this would be kind of like a fun, cozy mystery thing. I don't know if this, I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. I mean, I've seen people read it. I haven't really heard astounding praise. I'm sure it's not like a literary 5-star, but I think it'd be kind of cozy and cute to read. I don't know. On my audiobooks, I'm listening to Dial A for Aunties. I have like 3 hours left. And then I also checked out The X-Hex, The X-Talk, which I think is like they're on a radio show together. I'm not super sure, but Dial A for Aunties, I kind of want to try to finish today. So we might go over 3 hours, but it doesn't really matter because what else am I doing? The rules are, these are the very loose rules. I'm going to try to, we have to read for 3 hours every day. And I think what I want to do is set aside at least, I think one of those hours has to be for my audiobooks. Usually I only listen to my audiobooks like when I'm running or I'm walking, but I think setting aside 1 hour will help me get through some of those the audiobook I'm listening to. And then the 2 hours for the physical books. I am really excited. So I brought you to the kitchen because I have a kitchen table now and I have a place to do puzzles. So while I'm listening to my audiobooks, I will be doing puzzles. I kind of want to do that right now, but I'm going to go for a walk to the library later. So that will take care of my hour. This will be a nighttime activity. I think I'm going to read a physical book first, and I'm going to double check. So this might be false, so you'll see later, but I'm going to start with Black Cake because I think that's the one, even though I checked it out the most recently, I think that's the one that's due first at the library. So I think we're going to start with this one. Day 1, 3 hours of reading is complete. So I read 2 hours of my physical book, Black Cake, started today, and got to page, hold please, 152. So not bad. I'm liking this so far. Black Cake follows these two siblings who are discovering all this new information about their mom in this like audio recording that she left for them. And she wants them to like listen to it together because they're also estranged. And there's just a lot of like family secrets and connections that were like severed and like things that need to be happening like to bring them back together. And I just feel like we're getting the pieces of this family's history and their current situation in pieces, and it's so fun to keep learning more things. I don't know, it's just actually really, really great. I went into this book not knowing a single thing, and I am loving it so far. I did just finish Dial A for Aunties, so I probably read for more than 3 hours today because I finished that audiobook. That was pretty good. I would say maybe 3.5-ish stars. Not my favorite romance. I thought it did drag a little bit. I thought the end was a little too cliche. I mean, but it is a romance. So, you know, I can't really complain. It was fun. I don't know if I would jump into, like, I know there's like a 4 Aunties and a Wedding or something, and I know there's a sequel. I don't know if I'll jump into that. So, I don't know. It was okay. So now, tomorrow, or tonight, because I might still work on my puzzle a little bit, I'll start the X Talk, not the X Hex, but the X Talk. Get into that. The only thing I know about that book is that I think they're 2 radio hosts. Or they run a radio show together? Not quite sure. Anyways, day 1 successful. Okay, it's day 3 of reading 3 hours a day, every day for a week. And so far, I have finished 2 books. Day 1, we finished Dial A for Aunties. Did I read? I feel like I already talked about Dial A for Aunties. I did, so I enjoyed it. That's great. This afternoon, I finished Black Cake. You guys, oh my God. This was such a good book. This was so unbelievably good. I cannot tell you enough how much you need to read this book if you haven't read it yet. Like, it's so good. So good. It's like mystery, family drama, international journeys, families coming together, love, all of it. It's so good. So good. Black Cake is about it starts off with these 2 siblings. Oh my God, what's the guy's name again? Byron and Benny. And they have just lost their mother. And Byron and Benny haven't been talking for like 8 years or 4 years after, I don't want to give it away really, it's not really something to give away, but after like a family confrontation. This death of their mother brings them back to each other. Their mother leaves them this audio recording and she starts spilling all of these secrets that she has. And she's left them this black cake, which is like, she's always told them is like her heritage, her tradition, something that she wanted to pass on to them. And she's left them black cake in the freezer, and they're supposed to eat it together when they know the time is right. Throughout the book, we watch as Byron and Benny learn like this whole secret past that their mother has had, and like all of these things that mean for them. And it is so good. It's just so well done. It's so good. I can't even, seriously, so good. So the next book I think I'm gonna read, and I have like, I started my 3rd hour, 46 minutes left of my 3rd hour. And I have next, that's like on my list of library loans, is Shine Bright, A Very Personal History of Black Women in Pop. And I've heard very good things about this one. I mean, look at this cover, it's beautiful. I think I'm gonna start this now. We're gonna be hanging out with some family members tonight, so I'm gonna get this done before, we leave. And I won't be able to finish my last hour. So I almost did that last night. I almost fell asleep before finishing my 3rd hour. I'm feeling good. Wow, two books down. Oh, and side note, I also have started the X Talk. I'm like 26% in. I'm enjoying it. It's actually kind of fun. It's like a different kind of concept to the romance novel. There are 2 coworkers who are gonna fake being exes to do this like public radio show called the X Talk. We just got set up to them to do the radio show, and it's cute. I'm enjoying it so far, actually. A little slightly more than Dial A for Aunties, which I'm kind of shocked by, but I'm kind of enjoying it. So there's that. Okay, with that, time to read. Hello, it is day 4 of reading for 3 hours every day. This is my first failed day. I have 20 minutes left of my 3rd hour, but I'm gonna go to a friend's house and have a fire and roast some s'mores, and that's gonna be a good time. So I'm just gonna read an extra 20 minutes tomorrow. I'm about 38% through the X Talk. I'm enjoying it. My dishwasher's running in the background. She's loud. And I'm almost to like page 100 of Shine Bright. I'm enjoying both, and I will talk more about them when my dishwasher is not running. So probably tomorrow. See you then. Okay, so it's day 5 of reading for 3 hours every day for a week. I am about 50% into the X Talk, which is a little different than what I thought it was going to be. It's still about 2 people who are doing a podcast or radio show about exes, but they aren't actually exes. They're like faking being exes for the show so they can be co-hosts on it. So that's fun. It's interesting. I'm actually really liking it so far. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I am, but I'm actually really digging it. And then I started the physical book, Shine Bright, A Very Personal History of Black Women in Pop. And I am liking this a lot. It's not as like fast paced. Like I'm not like as into it as I was Black Cake. So it's a little harder to get through the 2 hours for this one, the 2 hours of a physical book. But I have about 40 minutes left of my 2 hours. So I'm gonna do that right now. And I'm hoping that I'll either finish this. I probably won't finish it tonight, but I really hope to finish it tomorrow. And that will be the 3rd book finished. Today is the final day of reading for 3 hours every day for a week. Yesterday, I don't think I checked in, but I finished Shine Bright, A Personal History of Black Women in Pop. That was amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. It was such an interesting deep dive into different Black women who were in the music industry. It was just really great. So I highly recommend. And then I started Made Today, and I'm really liking it. It's really dumb, it's really cheesy, but it's like fun and whatever. I'm 67% through. Even though I'm done with my 3 hours today and it's the last day, I think I'm gonna try to finish this book as well as the X Talk because I'm so close. I think I only have like under 2 hours left on the X Talk. I don't know. Like I'm just like, why not? Let's finish this vlog with, finishing these 2 last books. So I think I'm gonna go back to reading The Maid and doing that. And I think after I finish reading The Maid, I will just listen to the X Talk, which I almost said the XX. I'm gonna get back to reading and I'll check in hopefully soon when I'm done. Okay, so I'm the worst at doing vlogs. That's just determined, whatever. I finally finished my books. It is way past a week. We're done with the reading for 3 hours every day for a week challenge. I'm done. But I didn't finish the books that I wanted to finish during the time frame, but that's fine. I finished the X Talk. I think I might have talked about that already. And then I also just finished The Maid, and I finished that outside of the challenge. My thoughts on The Maid are it was a cute, cozy mystery. Like it's definitely like very fluffy. I think like the main characters, like I don't know if she's like autistic or something on the spectrum. That's not clearly stated, but I thought that was kind of a nice representation. But other than that, I just thought it was kind of fluffy and whatever, which is kind of cute. I mean, sometimes you kind of need that. I think this would be a really cute, like cozy, like winter read, like in January or February when it's really cold outside. Snuggle up, hot cup of cocoa, and you read this, and that's that. I did get a lot of books finished. I finished Dial A for Aunties during this challenge. I finished Black Cake. I finished Shine Bright. I finished the X Talk. I technically did not finish The Maid, so I only did technically finish 4 books during this challenge. 4.5, I guess. But that's okay. I had a lot of fun doing it. I like doing these challenges. They kind of force me to get back into the habit of reading every day, which is kind of nice. Hope that you enjoyed following along during this challenge, and I hope to do some couple more challenges this summer. If you've read any of the books that I talked about today, please let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I love it when you guys subscribe. It's so great. And I will see you guys next time.